The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 130 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Red Bicycle Cyclist playing card. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the Red Bicycle Cyclist playing cards here. You've got Bicycle, 1885, and then Cyclist here, and also in English and French. So this is the English-French tuck box version. And then for the tuck box here, it's in a glossy finish tuck box here with like a mostly white background here with some red accents. So you got like the kind of like bicycle chain kind of border going around with the gears there in each corner. And you got that spade there with like some gears inside there. And like a bicycle chain outlining the spade there. And you kind of got like a kind of faded like gear in the back behind it there. On the side it says you got some French there with the kind of bicycle chain going around it. And on the other side, you got the English side. It says air cushion finish made in the USA with the bicycle chain around it. And on the bottom, it's just blank, no information there. On the back, you got a half sneak peek of the back design here. Then you got some corporate information. These are from 2015. And then you got the barcode there, which is a recycling logo. For the seal, you got the standard black United States Playing Card Company black seal with the white outline spade there with the white border around that. On the top, it says standard face there in English and French, with that same chain kind of little border going around. On the inside of the tuck flap here, you got some more corporate information there in the red text. Nothing on the inner tuck flaps. If we take the cards out of the box, on the inside of the tuck box here, it's just plain white. Nothing too fancy going on inside there. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with that back design here. Here we have a mirrored back design here with the standard white border going around. And it has like that kind of like bicycle rider back feel, but with its own kind of like design to it here. And you still got like that circle design here, except these ones are tires. You got bicycle wheels here. With like the gear there in the middle there. And you still got like the bicycle like rider back angel kind of character there on each side there. And then you kind of got the border, like the border going around is the bicycle chain once again. And then you kind of got the gears there in the corners. And you got the little chain in the middle going around that. And it is a red and white colorway there. And it is a mirrored back design. You can flip it over, and the design is the same on both sides here, or both directions. Now that we took a look at the back design, time to take a look at the cards you get with the deck. Here we got the standard black and white Joker here, the king riding the bike, which is the black and white version. Then you get a second one, identical one, just the colored one. You get a black and white one, and then you get the colored Joker there. And then you got the standard bicycle ad card here on English and French. And then you kind of got like a little cyclist kind of like information card here. So if you want to pause and read, you can. And then the other side is the French side. And it has that same kind of chain border going around with the gears there in the middle. And then we get to the custom ace of spades here, which says Bicycle 808, and then you got the United States Playing Card Company made in the USA here at the bottom. And then you got that same spade design you've seen on the front of the tuck box, except this is a black colorway instead of the red. And then you got the spade there, with like the gears on the inside. And then you kind of got that bicycle chain going bordering around the spade there. And then the rest of the spades are pretty standard spades here. And then the court cards of Jack, Queen, and King of Spades here are pretty standard court cards here. Standard court cards, standard faces, and standard colorway there. And then the diamonds here are slightly custom diamond here. Not too much, but they're slightly different than the standard diamond. But still pretty standard there. And then the court cards, Jack, Queen, and King of Diamonds here. Standard court card, standard faces, and standard colorway. The same thing for the clubs here. You got that like pretty much standard club design there with the standard core cards, Jack, Queen, and King. Standard faces, standard colorway. And the clubs are pretty much standard clubs. Then you got the hearts here, which are pretty standard hearts here. And then the Jack, Queen, and King of hearts, standard core card, standard faces, standard colorway. And the rest of the hearts here are pretty standard here. Well, now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. Well, they're nice and springy, which is a good thing. They're pretty easy to bend. They're not overly, like, stiff. But they're not too, like, bendy either. So it's like a medium kind of strength of a bend. Then there's a nice and, like, smooth for the springs. There's no clumpiness to them. So the springs are pretty nice there. So no issues with the springs. The springs are nice and smooth. And they're pretty relatively easy to bend to spring them. And now for the fans. Well, as you can see, they spread nice and evenly here. You can see most of the pips and numbers there. There's no stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. And they fan and spread nice and evenly almost every time. So there's nice and consistent. Now on to the fair. A nice smooth fair there, no issues there. Nice and smooth, and they interlocked and weaved nice and evenly there. Now for the giant fan, if I don't drop them. Giant fan of the back design. Now time for that reverse fair. They weren't as smooth. I kind of had to like slightly push them together to get them to weave. They kind of half weaved nice and half not weaved. It all depends on how you weave them together, get them to work, but it still kind of worked. Not perfectly there. Now for a giant fan of the faces. And now time for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. Okay, it just kind of stopped halfway through. Odd. Well, when I first started riffling these, they were a little bit inconsistent. They're clumpy and smooth at the same time. But now the more I do it, the more they break in and the more smoother they get. Yeah, so they're pretty more smooth now. The more you do it. So they're not too bad for riffle shuffles and bridge shuffles there. You just gotta break them in a little bit to get them to be nice and smooth. Now time for a few packet cuts. No issues with the packet cuts, so they're pretty consistent for the packet cuts there. Nice and smooth, not really too many issues there. Now for the one-handed cut or Australia cut. And I just realized something after all these deck reviews that I've done so far is for the one-handed cut, Australia cut, I haven't been flipping them over to show you the faces as I'm doing this. So from now on, I'll flip the cards over and show you the faces of them now. And now, time for the dribble. Well, these cards are a pretty fresh deck of cards here. So you got a nice pop to them with the dribble here. You don't got that like softer kind of feel to them. They got a nice little pop to it. And they're nice and smooth. And they don't really want to slide out of your hands too much, which is nice. When I riffle it like this, the wheels on the back almost look like they're moving. They look like they're spinning. I don't know if they're all different or not. No, I don't think they're different, but it looks like they're moving. That's kind of a neat little effect. Now that I did that, I started dropping cards, which is typical, I guess. But now, time for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. What am I gonna say? Not a bad bicycle deck once again. They handle fantastic, and they look pretty nice too. Yet it's a nice simplistic bicycle deck, yet custom kind of. You got that custom back design. So you're always gonna have a new custom back design, but you got those pretty standard faces here. So it's easy for anyone to use. There's not much more to say about that. I hope you enjoyed. This has been a day 130 of your daily deck review. This has been the Red Bicycle Cyclist playing cards, and I'm the Canadian Card Collector, signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. Bye.